Hi there, Scorpio. Hi there, Cancer. This is your boy, Drucifer, aka Divine Debauchery Tarot. And this is for Cancer for the month of April. This is going to be an intuitive reading. Please remember that not everybody is going to resonate with this, so just take whatever does resonate. Please remember to like, share, subscribe. You know, I'm trying to get that monetization, trying to get towards Patreon and all the other good shit and more followers. And please just follow me, even if you're gonna make fun of me, just follow me. So anyways, Cancer, here we go. In the pre-shuffle, I picked up Jupiter at number 23 for all you number buffs. Right here, as you can see, Jupiter is the biggest planet. It has 70 moons, including Chiron and Ios, I think it's called Ios, or Isis. I think it's Isis. That's a beautiful card. It reminds me of the cornucopia card from the energy deck. Yeah, and today we're going to be using the Star Code Oracle right here. And then as well as for the tarot, we're going to be doing the Tarot Vintage. Just a regular red or white. And then we're going to finish up with the Doreen Virtue Romance Angels cards. Or love cards. Because we're getting cheesy for the Cancer. Krabby Patties. Let's see here. With Jupiter, it's everything with Jupiter. You know, Jupiter is the planet of expansion. It's the sign of abundance. Everything is bigger. Everything is more spectacular. There's more of a fireworks show, if you will, when it comes to Jupiter. And funny thing is, it's the traditional ruler of Sagittarius and Pisces. I mean, Pisces close enough. I don't know if you are involved with a Pisces or a Sagittarius. But yeah, that's the traditional ruler of the huge gas giant, which, by the way, is 2.5 times bigger than all of the planets combined. Of course, except for the sun. Okay, here we go. Think bigger. Like, engage in abundant optimism. Like, be one of those annoyingly upbeat, effervescent cheerleaders for yourself and for other people. What I got from the reading so far as with this set right here with the Knight of Wands, the Two of Cups in the reverse, and the King of Wands in the reverse, right there, is that you and a fire sign need to put your heads together and bring that water and that fire, so that heart, that passion, that love, that creativity mixed with that ignition, spark, that ingenuity, that aggressive productivity, and really can do, you know, ain't nobody gonna tell me no kind of mantra to have. Let's see here. Jupiter's energy needs a big room and an audience, but it can overshadow important people in more intimate circumstances. So down from the bigger spectrum and, you know, widening your horizons and looking at it from a vantage point that is almost like you're looking down at yourself, like if you're out in space and you see yourself pinpointed and you see yourself in the situations and like a sim and going, well, you know what, this is what I would do if I was that person, but instead do it for yourself. Watch that your expansive capacity does not cramp the experimentation of beginners or crowd beloved introverts. It kind of reminds me of that Me Too movement or whatever, where I was watching a round table with the Actors Studio, and I think it was Nicole Kidman and Regina King. They were saying, oh no, it was Mary J. Blige, or I don't know, it was a couple of them, and they're saying just because certain girls or certain women, which they have every right to, speak up about like the Harvey Weinsteins and the Louis C.K. or whatever kind of fuckery that was going on with, you know, the fact that they had to do things that no person should have to do, and getting, you know, thinly veiled threats on the regular, and that was just the normal thing. But just because it was okay, or just because a few brave women or men or whoever had the cojones to stand up for what they believed in, that might not be for everybody, and it might not be, the person might not be ready to talk about it or be able to communicate or process what has happened to them. So it's not like, you can't compare it to omission, because it wouldn't be like omission, because that's their secret, or it's their shame or embarrassment of the past. And when they're ready to share or integrate with it, is in their own time. So you can't expect them to. So that's what you have to be knowledgeable about, or just aware of. Notice where you might overwhelm the people you love and give them room for their more subtle style. You know, not everything is activism and fight the power. If you are the one being so overwhelmed, appreciate your own value. Expand in ways that work for you. And let the person with the Jupiter energy do their thing. And the challenge is, Jupiter can bring too much of a good thing or leave people feeling overwhelmed and pretty much oversensitized, or kind of like sensory overload, like almost like on a roller coaster, and bright and flashes and just way too much, you know, that could short circuit somebody. So you have to make sure you have to pump the brakes every once in a while, if everybody in the collective of your circle, you know, needs time to catch up or digest the situations or the feelings that need to process in order to get to that happy understanding and the highest good for all. Watch out for magical thinking and Pollyanna avoidance of problems. We can't be so adamant about shit that we can't be a drill sergeant over certain, or militant over certain things, and then, you know, ignore everything else, or ignore the elephants in the room. We have to be diligent, militant about everything that we do, and mean what we say, and say what we mean. And here's the gift of Jupiter. The gift of Jupiter says, give and you shall receive. Give and you shall receive. And I think that means more than just literally giving somebody something or $1 and then receiving the $1 back. It means whatever you're giving, whatever you're truly giving or putting out there into the universe, is what you're getting back. The quality of what you're giving, the intention behind what you're giving, the no good deed left unpunished, whatever. Not saying that you have to suffer, but just don't lie to yourself. If you're, I said this to the Scorpio reading, is if you're giving a steak, if you're giving a raw steak to a pit bull, don't expect it to not bite you after it's finished eating it. I love that metaphor, and I'm going to keep using it. So reach out, expand your worldview, and reach out and feel at one with the whole universe. Because when you feel the highest, that you go out and look for the highest good, and you have the discernment to surround yourself with those people, and you have the know-how, and you have brushed up on your skills and trade sets, and crossed your T's and dotted your I's, you're gonna feel so much comfort in that safeguard and that solace of being, like, knowing that you have that peace of mind. Because it's just on the other side. I think, you know, it's number 23. I think the 23rd of this month of April is going to have some sort of significance. I don't know if you people need to hear that one. Alrighty, let's, so basically where I was going with the tarot part is the King of, I believe that you are the Knight of Wands, Cancer. You're off shucking and jiving, bucking and hiving. I mean, that doesn't make any sense. But you're being a little bit more, you don't know why, but you're being a little bit more outgoing or zealous, or having a little bit more gumption than you usually do. Usually you like to stay at home and cultivate something that's safe and mama bear like, you know what I mean? Krabby Patties like to keep it all in the family and at home and safe and sanctuary, yeah. But you're forced, due to this unmerger of this Two of Cups, either you're going to combine or co-create with this thing, but this person, this company, this friendship, or you're gonna not. You're gonna keep going in the other direction, but make sure you have some sort of direction. And I believe that the King of Wands is, there's a lot of Leo, there's a lot of Sagittarius, and there's a lot of Aries. So any sort of fire sign, maybe even a water sign, maybe even another, water sign, or maybe a really good Capricorn. But it's all about action this month. It's all about none of this, throw away the old scripts, you know what I mean? And start writing a new one. Start writing a game plan. Start thinking about all the scenarios, A, B, C, D, E, and what could happen with each one, so that you are prepared, and that you go through those simulations of feeling each one of those things, because it could come, you know, boom, like a train, you know what I mean? And if you're not ready, it'll blow you over. Excuse me. Pardon me. Okay, so let's get, oh yeah, by the way, I wanted to also say that they're on either side of whatever this Two of Cups in the reverse is, and they're both looking off into opposite directions. There's nothing wrong with that, as long as you're breaking off from this fire entity. So, but if you choose to stay with this fire entity, no matter what it is, who it is, where it is, you better either turn around or continue to go, but know that that union, and not just that union, any other union or any expansion, cannot cultivate, you cannot pass go, you do not collect $200 until you face this head on, and you let out another side of your personality that, you know, hadn't been there before, or had been very dormant. You know what I mean? Maybe you need to forgive yourself and reconnect with your inner child. And, you know, it kind of reminds me of Drop Dead Fred, where she goes back to her inner child, La La Land or whatever, and she tells her little self that's tied up on the bed, she goes, come on, you know, you're safe now. No more pretending, no more hiding, no more sticking your head in the sand. I mean, I know you are a crab and you love Krabby Patties, but I mean, enough is enough. So let's get ourselves a love message to close out the reading. I am on fire today. Fire, fire. What for my cancers is the love message. And here we go. We got soulmate and deception. Uh-oh. Okay. There's soulmate and deception, which makes the plot even thicker and greater. Cancer. Wouldn't be Cancer reading without a little bit of Real Housewives drama, right? You have codependency in the reverse at the bottom of the deck. Codependency at the bottom of the deck. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. This same message happened for Scorpio as well. And then it says soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. And then deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. So it could either be obviously you or the other individual or individuals. But either way, if the person refuses to take off their mask, it's time to shoot or get off the pot and run in the other direction and do not look back. Because you are not God and you cannot save everybody. And everybody is not good at their core. Some people sold their soul to the devil and they don't give a shit. And as far as soulmate, yes, this is your soulmate. You know, just like, I don't know if you've heard of twin flames, you don't necessarily have to be with your soulmate. And the deception part could be either you're deceiving yourself or where you fit in this situation, or your soulmate is in some, he's dealing with some demons or she's dealing with some demons. Either way, this merger needs to happen soon or it needs to be put down for quite some time. If anything, for your mental health, for your heart, for your hard shell crap. Alright, Krabby Patties, thank you so much for listening to me gab. And please remember to like, share, subscribe. And we will see you next month. Alright?